Chapter 10. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. These are the sons which they had after the great flow of waters, the sons of Japheth, Gomer and Magog and Madai and Javan and Tubal and Meshech and Tiras. And the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz and Riphath and Togarmah. And the sons of Javan, Elisha, and Tarshish, the Kittim and the Dadanim. From these came the nations of the sea lands, with their different families and languages. And the sons of Ham, Cush and Mizraim and Put and Canaan. And the sons of Cush, Seba and Havilah and Sabta and Raamah and Sapteca. And the sons of Raamah, Sheba, and Dedan. And Cush was the father of Nimrod, who was the first of the great men of the earth. He was a very great bowman, so that there is a saying, like Nimrod, a very great bowman. And at the first, his kingdom was Babel and Erech and Akkad and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. From that land he went out into Assyria, building Nineveh with its wide streets and Calah, and Rezin between Nineveh and Calah, which is a very great town. And Mizraim was the father of the Ludim and Anamim and Lahabim and Naphtuhim, and Pathrusim and Casluhim and Captorim, from whom came the Philistines. And Canaan was the father of Zidon, who was his oldest son, and Heth, and the Jebusite and the Amorite and the Girgashite, and the Hivite and the Archite and the Sinite, and the Arvadite and the Zemarite and the Hamathite. After that the families of the Canaanites went far and wide in all directions, their country stretching from Zidon to Gaza, in the direction of Gerar, and to Lasha, in the direction of Sodom and Gomorrah and Admah and Zeboim. All these, with their different families, languages, lands, and nations, are the offspring of Ham. And Shem, the older brother of Japheth, the father of the children of Eber, had other sons in addition. These are the sons of Shem, Elam and Asshur and Arpachshad and Lud and Aram. And the sons of Aram, Uz and Hu and Gether and Mash. And Arpachshad became the father of Shelah, and Shelah became the father of Eber. And Eber had two sons, the name of the one was Peleg, because in his time the peoples of the earth became separate, and his brother's name was Joktan. And Joktan was the father of Almodad and Shalef and Hazarmaveth and Jerah and Hadoram and Duzel and Dekla and Obal and Abimael and Sheba and Ophir and Havilah and Jabab. All these were the sons of Joktan. And their country was from Asia, in the direction of Sephir, the mountain of the east. These, with their families and their languages and their lands and their nations, are the offspring of Shem. These are the families of the sons of Noah, in the order of their generations and their nations. From these came all the nations of the earth after the great flow of waters. Chapter 11. And all the earth had one language and one tongue. And it came about that in their wandering from the east, they came to a stretch of flat country in the land of Shinar, and there they made their living place. And they said one to another, Come, let us make bricks, burning them well. And they had bricks for stone, putting them together with sticky earth. And they said, Come, let us make a town, and a tower whose top will go up as high as heaven, and let us make a great name for ourselves, so that we may not be wanderers over the face of the earth. And the Lord came down to see the town and the tower which the children of men were building. And the Lord said, See, they are all one people and have all one language, and this is only the start of what they may do, and now it will not be possible to keep them from any purpose of theirs. Come, let us go down and take away the sense of their language, so that they will not be able to make themselves clear to one another. So the Lord God sent them away into every part of the earth, and they gave up building their town. So it was named Babel, because there the Lord took away the sense of all languages, and from there the Lord sent them away over all the face of the earth. These are the generations of Shem. Shem was 100 years old when he became the father of Arpachshad, 2 years after the great flow of waters. And after the birth of Arpachshad, Shem went on living for 500 years, and had sons and daughters. And Arpachshad was 35 years old when he became the father of Shelah. And after the birth of Shelah, Arpachshad went on living for 403 years, and had sons and daughters. And Shelah was 30 years old when he became the father of Eber. And after the birth of Eber, Shelah went on living for 403 years, and had sons and daughters. And Eber was 34 years old when he became the father of Peleg. And after the birth of Peleg, Eber went on living for 430 years, and had sons and daughters. And Peleg was 30 years old when he became the father of Reu. And after the birth of Reu, Peleg went on living for 209 years, and had sons and daughters. And Ru was 32 years old when he became the father of Serug, and after the birth of Serug, Ru went on living for 207 years, and had sons and daughters, and Serug was 30 years old when he became the father of Nahor, and after the birth of Nahor, Serug went on living for 200 years, and had sons and daughters, and Nahor was 29 years old when he became the father of Terah, and after the birth of Terah, Nahor went on living for 119 years, and had sons and daughters, and Terah was 70 years old when he became the father of Abram, Nahor, and Haran. These are the generations of Terah. Terah was the father of Abram, Nahor, and Haran was the father of Lot. And death came to Haran when he was with his father Terah in the land of his birth, Ur of the Chaldees. And Abram and Nahor took wives for themselves. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife was Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah and Iscah. And Sarai had no child. And Terah took Abram, his son, and Lot, the son of Haran, and Sarai, his daughter-in-law, the wife of his son Abram, and they went out from Ur of the Chaldees, to go to the land of Canaan, and they came to Haran, and were there for some time. And all the years of Terah's life were 205, and Terah came to his end in Haran. Chapter 12. Now the Lord said to Abram, Go out from your country and from your family and from your father's house, into the land to which I will be your guide, and I will make of you a great nation, blessing you and making your name great, and you will be a blessing. To them who are good to you will I give blessing, and on him who does you wrong will I put my curse, and you will become a name of blessing to all the families of the earth. So Abram went as the Lord had said to him, and Lot went with him. Abram was 75 years old when he went away from Haran, and Abram took Sarai, his wife, and Lot, his brother's son, and all their goods and the servants which they had got in Haran, and they went out to go to the land of Canaan. And Abram went through the land till he came to Shechem, to the holy tree of Moreh. At that time, the Canaanites were still living in the land. And the Lord came to Abram, and said, I will give all this land to your seed. Then Abram made an altar there to the Lord who had let himself be seen by him. And moving on from there to the mountain on the east of Bethel, he put up his tent, having Bethel on the west and Ai on the east, and there he made an altar and gave worship to the name of the Lord. And he went on, journeying still to the south. And because there was little food to be had in that land, he went down into Egypt. Now when he came near to Egypt, he said to Sarai, his wife, Truly, you are a fair woman and beautiful to the eye, and I am certain that when the men of Egypt see you, they will say, This is his wife, and they will put me to death and keep you. Say, then, that you are my sister, and so it will be well with me because of you, and my life will be kept safe on your account. And so it was that when Abram came into Egypt, the men of Egypt, looking on the woman, saw that she was fair. And Pharaoh's great men, having seen her, said words in praise of her to Pharaoh. And she was taken into Pharaoh's house. And because of her, he was good to Abram, and he had sheep and oxen and asses, and men servants and women servants, and camels. And the Lord sent great troubles on Pharaoh's house because of Sarai, Abram's wife. Then Pharaoh sent for Abram, and said, What have you done to me? Why did you not say that she was your wife? Why did you say that she was your sister? So that I took her for my wife. Now, take your wife and go on your way. And Pharaoh gave orders to his men, and they sent him on his way, with his wife and all he had.